What is up, guys? Mad Rambles today, episode 125. 125 days in to my 250 challenge. I completely forgot I've already done 100 days sometimes. It feels mad how fast this is going. I feel like there's times where it's like sort of slows down, and other times where you look back and you're like, holy shit, I've done 125 days. It's fucking mental. But it's good. It's feeling good. Getting up to the point where I'm almost half a year in, which is mad when you think about it. I've been doing this for nearly half a year, which is good, showing consistency. And that gets onto the topic of today's video. I want to talk about something I haven't really talked about, which is negotiating, or rather, non negotiating. Too many people negotiate with themselves in life, in every area of life. They allow other people to negotiate with them. It's like you want to stay in and not go out. People will listen to people talking to them, saying, "Oh, God, come out, God, come out, God, come out," and then they'll negotiate even within themselves. Oh, but I can go out. But I want to go out. I quite fancy going out. Oh, going out would be good. Oh, I don't have to work so hard today. I worked hard yesterday, and that's how success doesn't happen. And I've been a victim of this. I've done this as well. I've fallen foul to this, you know, and I've realized in my life, and may be useful to anybody else watching this, is that in life you only get to where you want to go if you remember to never negotiate with yourself. I heard a Tony Robbins quote. He talked about Michael Jordan, and he said, "What makes you the greatest?" And he said a few things, but he said, "Every day I demand more for myself than anybody else." That's number one. And number two, he says, I do that through never negotiating with myself. I don't allow myself room to sit here think, oh, do I want to do this? Should I do this? No, no. He just does it. Does not negotiate with himself. He just sits up, says, all right, what have I got to do? Goes out and does it. So this is why you need some structure to your life. I'm a person that hates routine, but I believe in discipline. I talked about it a bit before how I think those are different. Because to me, routine is doing the same things at the same time, at the same every single day. For me, I can't do that. For me, I hate it. I don't see it necessary to do things at the same time or in the same order every day, as long as I'm doing the same things. Providing my bedtime's the same, I wake up the same time, I do the same things at the same intensity for the same quantity of time every single day. Who cares when I do them? So I'm disciplined, but I don't use routine. So discipline is the only way to be successful. And you need to, and discipline is a form of non negotiation. No one who's disciplined sits there and goes, should I do this? Shouldn't I do this? Oh, I kind of want to do this. Oh, I don't. Because they won't get anywhere. There'll be points and moments in time where that belief and idea that you can just slack off becomes too much. It will overwhelm your desire and your motivation and passion to be successful. And then you'll slip off. And then you'll be like, oh, but I slipped off earlier. So I'll just slip off again. What's another time? And that's like, oh, I just did it yesterday. What's another day? Oh, and then you get into a cycle and you get that momentum I've talked about so many times. So stop the momentum by being disciplined. And how do you be disciplined? You don't negotiate with yourself or other people. And people will also respect you for this. If you sit here and say, I'm not going out, and then you go out, you look like a bitch, man. If you sit here and say, I want to go out, and then you go out, fair play to you. But don't sit here thinking, oh, I need to stay in because I've got to do work. I need to stay in and tell your friends, and then go, oh, yeah, you know what, I'll go out. Don't do that. Stick to your word. Don't negotiate with yourself or anybody else, and be consistent and disciplined. If you need to do something, do it. All right? And this is why, in terms of rest, you need to set genuine parameters that you can stick to. Rest is good sometimes. You need rest, especially in places like the gym. So, said to myself, okay, one rest day a week, one, or two rest days a week, two, whatever it is in your program. Just say something at the start and stick to it, and don't waver from it. Now, when you can have your rest days, for me, that's entirely up to me. If I want it on a Monday, I can have it on a Monday. If I want it on a Wednesday, I can have it on a Wednesday. All right, and I think that allows you to feel out how good you feel throughout the week, because when you feel the best, you're going to have the best workout. So there's no point feeling a great on a Friday if that's your rest day, and shut on a Saturday if that's your day to go hard. Makes no sense. You may as well go hard when you're feeling good, and then rest when you're feeling low. That's more gym specific. If your ideal to be successful is to work on your business 7 days a week, do it. Don't on rest days. Great. Stick to it. Been good call. I've been Keenan. Peace.